thank you for joining me again. So I'm going back to using up stuff that I've got in my craft supplies. I found a card blank, which is in the Lidl cardstock in grey. This is... So I'm going to use that today. And I'm going to make a card for a man. So I have fished out this shadow die, which says birthday wishes. I'm going to use that. And I found this 12 by 12 paper pad that I got from the Craft Outlet store. It's called Ephemera Background Paper Pizzazz. So I have pulled this one. So I thought I would use maybe this corner and then cut birthday wishes from this dark brown maybe, and put some silver behind to kind of lift it all up. I'm going to get started doing that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut some silver to go on here, and then I'm going to cut a panel of this, and I'm going to cut some of these. So I have my grey card blank, which as we know is 6 5/8 of an inch square. I have decided upon, instead of going for silver, going for black. There's a map there on there. I think it's a bit more impactful, so I'm going to stick that on with some Collall. Using the same sheet from the paper pad, I've cut a patterned piece of 6 1/4 inches, so that gives us a little bit more of a black border around. So I'm going to also put that on with some Collall. So using the Collall, it's a solvent-based glue, which means that when it dries, it will go super hard. And it doesn't make the card or paper buckle, which is excellent. A lot of the quick grab glues on larger pieces will make the paper buckle, or it will leave a mark where you've put it. So if I'm putting anything down that's large, that isn't mirror, I will use the Collall. So that's essentially our card front finished. As I say, this is going to be for a man, so I want it to be as simple as possible. So I have cut from the birthday wishes die that I showed you earlier, I've cut the shadow in black. And from this sheet in the paper pad, I've cut the brown off in the corner. And I've used that to cut the birthday wishes. I'm going to stick that on with some quick grab glue, and then I'm just going to pop that in the centre like that. Okay, so I've popped some foam on there, and I'm going to use some glue stick on the back of the foam just so that I can move it around on the front of the card and get it where I want it. Okay, so I thought this needs a little bit more. I want it to be as simple as possible. It's a card for a man after all, and it has some quite masculine things on the paper, on the pattern paper. Tigers, and it's got some other artwork on there. So I thought I'm going to put some Nuvo drops on. So I thought maybe a spot of the black in each corner, and this one is Inkwell Black, and it is a stoned drop. So I store my Nuvos upside down so that they're always ready. From experience, the glitter ones separate a little, and when you've got them upright, the clear is at the top and the glitter is at the bottom. So I store them upside down. That keeps them ready to go, and the air at the top, so they're less likely to bubble. But I will still check the piece of paper. It's flowing perfectly, and it is. So this one is thicker than the others. So what I'll do when I'm finished is I'll gently tap it so that it levels the top off and doesn't form a peak. So I'm going to put one in each corner. I'm just going to gently tap. And it makes the Nuvo go from being peaked to being rounded. I'm pleased with that. I also am going to put some here. Okay, so this card is done. So this is a very quick make using a already pre-made card blank and some papers from a 12x12 paper pad and a birthday die and some Nuvo drops. Gives quite an effective, simple, perfect for a man. So yeah, if you've enjoyed today's content, please give it a like. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Those two things are free and they really help the channel. Thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.